This is a video by request about talking to your irritable, anxious child about the way they see the world, because anxious people and children have a more negative emotionality and an information processing bias that makes them see neutral events as negative. This is why your anxious child might say, "Why are you mad at me? Why are you yelling?" when you literally just said, "Please take your cereal bowl to the sink." And explaining to them that they are seeing the world through this anxious lens is complicated. This is the hardest thing for anxious adults to understand. And sometimes it gets lobbed under toxic positivity because we're acting like it's all in the way you see the world. Obviously, it's not. Bad things really do happen. But the negative emotionality sees bad things where there are neutral things. And we need to understand that. And again, this is hard for adults. It's definitely going to be hard for kids. And for younger children, say under 7, 8, 9, they are not going to be able to do that because they haven't had the distance from their thinking to be meta about it. They are not able to have metacognition thinking about thinking. But that's something we can work on. So instead of saying, "What do I do to make them stop?" instead, we can say, "What can I do to help them grow into somebody who understands that?" So I have a whole collection of resources called CBT Family, and you can go to my site if you would like to access it. It's full of activities and resources and ideas to work with anxious kids. But this is one of the ideas. It comes from this collection, and it's about understanding rose-colored glasses. And you know about rose-colored glasses. If you have them on, everything looks beautiful. So you could go to the thrift store, you could get some old glasses, and you could put pink cellophane on them, or you could color them with a red marker. You could do that with your child, and you could look through them and say, "Look at the world. It looks so rosy. It looks so lovely." And then you could take some other glasses, maybe sunglasses that make things really dark, and say, "Now, when you put on your sunglasses, look how things look dark and dreary." And we can choose which glasses we want to see an event through. And you could practice that. You could play that, not when times are anxious, but just as a matter of playing, just as an experiment, just for fun. And you know, the thing is, the pink colored glasses, they really do make everything look great. Super fun. So you could just talk about how whatever glasses we put on influences the way we see the world. For any kids who like fairy tales, if you have read The Snow Queen by Hans Christian Andersen, it starts with a goblin. I think it's a goblin. And he has a mirror that when he looks through, everything is ugly. And he breaks the mirror, and the mirror's shards go all through the world. And one lands in the kid's eye. That's what starts the whole fairy tale. And he sees everything ugly and yucky, and he's mean to his best friend when that happens. Some people who have read that fairy tale, when I bring that up in sessions, that is a good metaphor for them. So much of therapy and so much of processing and so much of learning and growing is about finding the metaphors that make sense to you. So play around with it. Do you want to talk about an ugly mirror? Do you want to talk about rose-colored glasses? But remember, it's a growing process. Kids are not going to get it at first.